Deep in the bayou, welcome to Cajun Field in Lafayette. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. It's the Marshall Thundering Herd and the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in pregame with the Marshall head coach. He said they have got incredible plans right now to get this wide receiver involved. Defenses have been keying on him. With the young quarterback, they think they have put something into the scheme that will help them get the ball to their receiver downfield, regardless of what the defense tries to do. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Raging Cajuns offense will go to work first. And it'll be Lunch Winfield running the show. He threw for 5 touchdowns in a victory last time out. Tight end now in motion. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield, it's Winfield. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lloyd. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The handoff as they run the counter play here.
On defense, when they line up with numbers and they line up on your side, you're like, you're ready, it's coming right here. And then all of a sudden they mix in counters and they pull 1 or 2 guys and go back the other direction. That's a really good job by the offense keeping the defense on their heels.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Snagged out of the air. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Raging Cajuns look to keep this drive humming. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And that's the challenge today. A week ago, they failed the challenge. Last week, they gave up 5 sacks. They can't do that again today. This defense saw it. They watched it on tape. They know they're not doing a good job of protecting their quarterback, and already 1 sack on the day.
Oh, it is on the offensive line to shore up the protection after the sack on the last play. Third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on third down. And the Raging Cajuns decide to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. So Marshall's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He is a guy who is reliable and can be dangerous if he gets a chance.
It's pretty amazing when you watch this offense because they're not very talented. They're average, quite honestly, a lot of spots, except the guy at wide receiver, David. He is elite. And today on offense, everything should go through him.
And when you've got one of those guys, you've got a chance, right? One guy that puts fear in the defense. And I love that we continue to see guys have real success at smaller levels, right? It's not just the power four. These are guys that end up getting plucked and go to the next level. You can still be a burner and still have that great speed and route running and develop. And this guy has, and he is one of the best players he actually is the best player on this team, and he is option number 1 for the squad.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Let's talk for a second about Marshall. Good pickup on the recruiting trail just last week. 3-star defensive back, a guy that could be a bit of a diamond in the rough, but that type of talent is what they need to build that secondary.
Man, yeah, and this is a program they're trying to build something. They're trying to climb to that next level, and this is how you do it. You get players that your school can go out and get, and now you let them play, start to develop, and turn into something great.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
They think there's room to run to the right here. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Motion from the back. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. Marshall will be forced to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. And the ball comes to rest right there. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Maybe some room here. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. The Raging Cajuns racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
After the sack, they have their work cut out for them. Basically, they have to get it to the other side of town. They'll run play action. Looking for a deep man. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Might be looking to run. Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, and he's able to get it back and saves himself a rear end chewing.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
They punted away on 4th down. He's got it. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. I can't think of anything that frustrates an offensive coordinator more than holding the ball a long time and having no points to show for it, David.
And Reese, first downs, yards, that's not even what they look at anymore. Yards don't really matter. You got to execute in those critical areas on the field and get points on the board.
Yeah, it was mental errors on that last drive, too, that led to negative plays. They got to get those things erased and pull it back together here on this drive. Go put some points up on the board.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Boston. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Knocked down, but not before he gets the 1st down after recovering the fumble.
And you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back, make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you could tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
Now, we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Quarterback may change this route. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. First play of the period, 1st down here. He goes right back to the air. Now adjusting. Gets rid of it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Boston. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there. Tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Running back searching for a hole. Finding some room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. It's picked off, and that's number 10. That's the 50. That's the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Cajuns. The defense putting points on the board.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. Oh, and the extra point is blocked. That's a live ball. He can take it back for 2. What a play. Finding a way to get it. The end zone, and after all of that, it's even better. You wind up with a 2-point conversion. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Raging King. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Running inside. It's Boston. Breaks into the open. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They've sputtered a bit early, not being able to move the football, having to punt it away each of the first 2 times they had it. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Encroachment defense. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Got it. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Escapes trouble. And the defense is there. He got away for a second, but not for long as they knock him down for a loss.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, it's Winfield. Takes a hit as he fires. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
So Marshall is out on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Culliver. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. He's got him. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Marshall! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
PAT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Louisiana offense heads out onto the field to start this drive. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. The give on the option. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Turning it on! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Nice move to keep running.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is a...
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense picks it up. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and pick. Yardage on the return. What a play there. The Thundering Herd offense ready to come out and get this drive going. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Run in the red zone. It's Boston. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Herd! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Splits those uprights right in half. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Raging Cajuns offense takes the field to begin this drive. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Hey, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Winfield. Here's the pressure. Had to throw it before he wanted. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
Wants to bring it back. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Culliver. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Boston. And it's obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. Past the 30. Makes the grab in their space. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. Could be an alley. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Wants to throw. It's Winfield. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Sampson. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Sampson. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Swings it out to the flat. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. The lead is down to a field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Just enough time for one final play in this half. The give to the back. Got enough for the first. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. Let's begin with the West Virginia Mountaineers taking on the number 5 team, the Kansas State Wildcats. And it's West Virginia with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. That caps the season off with a very fine 8-4 record. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the American Conference. Now over to your game at Cajun Field. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Our Lady of Lourdes Stadium.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
I caught up with the Thundering Herd head coach at the half. He said this is exactly the type of game he was expecting. 2 solid defenses have made it very difficult to find points in the end zone today. The defenses have been terrific so far, really limiting what the other is able to do. Points are at a premium down here. Guys, you've got to believe that whoever makes the next mistake and has a turnover, that might be a significant change in this game. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
All right, Holly.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Big play out of the gate to start this drive, and here they come again. They'll try the run. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Wants to fire on second down. That's caught. It's Culliver. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Handoff to the single running back. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Leaves it with the back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Finds his man. It's Gill. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Pass falls incomplete, but that was basically a free play as the defense was offsides, and this is going to be a first down.
Yeah, and people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Run in the red zone. It's Boston. They got 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5 coming. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll send the tight end in motion. Keep it on the ground. There's a crease. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick, but the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. They've gotten right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. Will they try to bang it in with a run or go over the top? Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon.
Neutral zone defense.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. And after that penalty on the defense, the offense needs to move it just a hair more on 3rd and goal. They're going to run it. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down. By this defense.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Bob.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Their first possession of this third quarter, still trailing. Defense did just force a field goal, and we'll see if they can grab some momentum with this drive. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Encroachment, defense.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Finds a little space. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Hand off from the gun. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by that offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
Right back to the well.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
The run inside. It's Smith. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Winfield. Under fire. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. And the Raging Cajuns send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll go right back to the run. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. He's now up to 75 yards rushing in this one and well on his way to a 1,400-yard season. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Going to the ground. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They've been running it, but now the pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Gill. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. And they can't make the connection on third down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Marshall will be forced to punt. They booted away on fourth down. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. And the clock stops for an injured player on the field. You hate to see an injury any time. Holly's going to keep. And then get us up to date on what the situation is. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Neither of these teams cracking the top 25 as we are in the final week of the season. Let's take a look at where things stand right now. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Back to throw, it's Winfield. And the deflection by the defense. Great play on third down brings us to fourth.
And how about a third down? They try to attack the outer part of the field. A lot of times those out routes are the hardest passes to throw. Defense ready. Good third down defense, and they get the win on that one.
The Raging Cajuns will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. Was looking for more running room but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Marshall takes over the ball. The Thundering Herd offense coming out. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now, there he goes! He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run, and as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with...
Here's a little room there. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field, and this guy, you know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the fourth quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Boston. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Then has to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line. The Louisiana offense heads out onto the field to start this drive. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception, and now this offense has a chance late. Pulls it in, it's Dennis. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Maybe a crease. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. To the air. It's Winfield. Complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see...
Looking for the end zone. And he's in! Touchdown, Louisiana! Lining up for the point after and the lead.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And they did have to knock through the extra point to move on top, and they have the lead in the 4th. Here he comes from his own end zone. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So Marshall is out on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put some... Oh, he's got some space. He now has 115 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's 1st down from the 36. They'll give it to him again, and they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the...
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go right back to it. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark, and when you do, you have a great chance of winning football game.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting in those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
Out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Thundering Herd offense ready to come out and get this drive going. Well, they turned the ball over on that last drive, ended up giving up a field goal, and now they could really use a touchdown this time around. They'll run it. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to bully their way for the first. That just never had a chance. Controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Raging Cajuns offense takes the field to begin this drive. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Opposite. Down. Ready. Blue 30.
Running inside, it's Smith. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. Grabbed in the middle. It's Boyd. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They give it to him again. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. DB's right up on the receivers. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They'll move the tight end. The inside handoff. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rule will get us up to date on his condition. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Smith takes the handoff. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. He gets a hand on it.
And they had been practicing this all week long. They saw something on film that made them think they could overload them on the right-hand side, and they were able to get back there to block that kick.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Under fire. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
He gets it past the chains, and it'll be a first down for Marshall. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on 3rd down. Just keeps slinging it. And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Offside defense.
Drive coach is crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his man. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Outstanding tackle to keep him from getting the 1st down, and they'll get it back. Louisiana has it back, and the Raging Cajun offense headed to the field. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee.